Hi there. Welcome back to Dual Citizen on Saturday, March 12th. Dual Citizen, CHMR 93.5 FM in St. John's. I have a very special guest. I've got Daniel in Switzerland from Dubokaj. Did I say that right, Daniel?
Your project? Right, that's
nice.
Thank you.
And Daniel reached out, and the label Mouthwatering Records reached out with this amazing track. It's called Cover Me, and you worked with Lee Scratch Perry. Am I correct?
That's it. Yeah, that's true. I like it's, but it's already 4 years ago. So
okay.
It was a session that happened at his place, at his secret laboratory, and because you have to know he's a citizen of Switzerland.
I did not know that.
Yeah, he lives like since 30 years in Switzerland, so in the middle of the country,
okay.
up in the hills. So that was a perfect how do you say, opinion or a perfect thing to visit him. So
right.
and record with him. Yeah.
So you went to his studio up in the Swiss Alps? Are we talking Swiss Alps?
Yeah. It's not far. It's like 1.5 hour ride. So yeah.
Okay. And how did you get hooked up with Lee Perry?
I had a number of his wife, like from back in the days when we organized shows here in Bern.
Okay.
And then I just called her and asked for a session, or I asked for what would it cost to invite him for a festival. So
gotcha.
And then it was too much, and it didn't work with the dates and so. And I asked for a recording session, a jam session with him, like that I can visit him. And then we had an online chat where we were talking about this idea, this beautiful idea of dubbing the mountains or putting like a sound system in front of the rocks and mountains and creating
cool.
natural echoes and stuff like that. So
yes,
it was like the starting point, and then we met, and it was obviously, it was crazy. It was amazing to meet him and work with him.
So did you, through that, is that where the term Alpine, I noticed in the bio, Alpine dub?
That was before. Okay. That was before. So yeah, that was like, the term means like, I'm not from Jamaica. I'm not really, I'm not coming from a big city, or I'm really coming from the countryside, like small town like Bern. And if you live here in Switzerland, you're surrounded by mountains. So you live in the city, but in half an hour you're up in the hills or even in the mountains. So yeah, that's Alpine dub. What I do.
Alpine dub. But that's what I'm saying. Does Alpine dub come from Switzerland? Or that concept?
Yeah, like the how do you say, the mountains here are called the Alps.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's super cool. Now, what else was interesting? I noticed in the bio, and one lyric that really stuck out to me, that Lee did, "Cover me and I cover you," and it seems, especially with what's happening right now, and I imagine you're feeling some of the stress, and Lee. It's Lee calling for peace in this, and "Cover me, I'll cover you." It's a very beautiful, just simple lyrics.
Yeah, and it's also, it was really like the most emotional moment in this session. A lot of what we recorded is not usable, so it was really like a jam session. This one track stood out somehow, and also, from the lyrics and from everything, and also I really felt like Lee Perry also, he was very touched by what we did, but by that moment, and it was very intense. So it's kind of like the highlight of the whole story we had together, and now it's that's by accident, of course, now that it really has another dimension added to it.
I think globally. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah.
Well, I think a lot of us probably feel that Lee, throughout his career, and he leaves a a kind of a legacy of a prophet kind of legacy.
Sorry, I didn't get it.
Well, I think some people might look at Lee Perry as kind of a prophet, or he definitely leaves a beautiful legacy since the '60s on. Yeah.
I mean, it's his work is huge. What he did, yeah. So it's incredible, and I was really nervous, like when I met him. So it was in a way it was really terrible to be there, and but on the other hand, it was so intense. I really had to recover like for days after that. So it was only 5 hours we spent together, but it was so intense, incredible. And yeah, when I wasn't like the super fan or nerd in terms of the work of Lee Scratch Perry and all the history.
Right.
I just knew what he did and what he made, and listened to a couple of records and stuff. And I'm still like discover his life and his work.
Yeah.
Now, after all that.
Got it. So what's coming up for your project in the future, Dubokaj?
I really don't know. We have some remixes to work on and to finish, and also remixes made from the Daydream Flicks album. Now the album will come out in 2 weeks.
Okay, so you have an album coming out.
That's the big thing. Like now we released like 3 singles, and now the album is coming. And I had a really hard day with graphic designer today for finishing the artwork for the vinyl we will produce. So I'm very looking forward to that too. And yeah, Dubokaj will not work with Lee Perry again, of course. So it will go somewhere else. Like I'm really into field recording and in impulse responses, and work with try to build like imaginary landscapes, more like environmental sounds. Yeah, you already hear it on the album. So the album is like a couple of tracks are with Lee Scratch Perry, and some are not, like that. They are only instrumental, and a lot of surrounding noises from here, from different places from Switzerland.
And this is going to be this new record and singles is this going to be released on Mouth-Watering Records?
Yeah, and also the funny thing is, like I'm part of the Mouth-Watering Records crew, and I thought like maybe work with another label for that record, because Mouth-Watering Records is heading more like to folk music and synth pop stuff. So it's not like the perfect fit, but since I'm like founder of Mouth-Watering, I always released everything on that label. But for this, I started to work with a small Romanian label from Bucharest, and they have really crazy ideas what we can do in the future also, but it's a small label. And for the digital part, like all the streaming platforms, I still work with Mouth-Watering Records.
Excellent.
So it's just Bandcamp and the physical stuff that comes out with Sound of Art to come, the small label in Romania. Okay.
Well, that sounds really good. And I'm glad you joined us. I hope you send that new music to us over here in Newfoundland to see it tomorrow. Yeah. We'd love to spin it, hear more of your work. We are so check out Dubokaj with Lee Perry, track "Cover Me" from Mouth-Watering Records. We're going to spin it right now. And just enjoy it. This is Alpine dub, and I love it. And I hope we hear some more Alpine dub, Daniel. So thank you for joining us, and we hope to have you back.
Thank you. Okay, thank you so much.
No problem.
Alpine dub, old time dub, and new time dub in new time love. I'm on Magic Lab attending. Yeah, magical. Dub, dub, dub. Cover blue, cover me. Cover me. Sitting on blueberry hill. Cover blue, cover me, and I cover you. How come you take my wine and you give me none? For me love red wine, and me love the sun. Me fire the gun. I'm the God of the gun. I will me kill, well kill. I will me bless, well bless. Sitting on blueberry hill. Who me trail, will trail. Who me kill, will kill. And who me will. On blueberry hill, well still, who are there? Cover me. Cover me, cover me, and I cover you. Cover blue, cover me, and I cover you. Oh, I cover Israel, cover. Oh, I kill, well kill. I love it.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy. Absolutely. It's perfect. Fucking sharp.